Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter from the biology book of standard 10th, that is transpiration. So let us begin with the definition of transpiration. Transpiration is a loss of water in the form of water vapor from the leaves and other aerial parts of the plant. Transpiration mostly occur during the daytime and that occurs through the leaves, the stomatal openings present in the leaves. All plants continuously absorb water through roots, out of which only small quantity of water is used by the plant in the process of photosynthesis and other activities, and rest of it is lost to the atmosphere as water vapor. So let's demonstrate transpiration by certain experiments. In the first experiment, as we have taken a medium-sized, well-watered potted plant, which we have covered it with a transparent polythene bag, and we have tied the mouth of the bag around the base of the stem. We have left this plant under the sun for an hour or two. After a few hours, what we'll observe? We'll observe that some droplets of water that will be found on the inner side of the polythene bag because of the saturation of water vapor given out by the leaves. Similarly, what we can do, we can take an empty polythene bag. We'll tie the mouth of the polythene bag and we'll leave the bag under the sunlight. After some hours, we'll not find such type of water vapor in the inner surface of the polythene bag. This shows that in the first setup, the water vapor which was seen, or the droplets of water which was seen on the inner surface of the polythene bag, was due to the vapor which was given out by the plant by the process of transpiration. But in this next setup was kept as control, which means it was kept for comparison. Okay, so this shows that transpiration takes place from the plant and which releases water vapor in this process. Next demonstration by using a cobalt chloride paper. Cobalt chloride paper is an indicator of moisture. It is blue when dry and turns to pink when moistened. So by using cobalt chloride paper, again we can demonstrate transpiration process. So in this case, we have taken three setups: setup A, setup B and setup C. So in the first setup, what we have taken one well-watered potted plant which is covered by a bell jar, and the pot is tied with a polythene bag. The pot is tied with a polythene bag to prevent the evaporation of water from the pot. Okay, now we'll leave the first setup under the sun. Next setup, we have taken the same potted plant with the pot covered with a polythene bag. Along with the bag, we have taken one cobalt chloride paper and also will keep this setup under the sun. Next, we have taken an empty bell jar in which we have taken a cobalt chloride paper as well. Now we have kept all the three setup under the sun. After half an hour, what we'll observe? In the first setup, we'll observe that there will be condensation of water vapor and will be found as a droplet on the inner surface of the bell jar. In the next setup, the same thing will be found, means droplets of water on the inner surface of the bell jar. Along with that, there will be a change in the color of the cobalt chloride paper. Earlier it was blue because it was dry, but because of the presence of moisture in the air due to the process of transpiration, the cobalt chloride paper will change its color to pink. In the last setup C, there will be no change in the color. Why? Because there is no moisture present in the air inside the bell jar. So this shows that the substances which are released during the process of transpiration that contains water, which is changing the cobalt chloride paper from blue to pink. Okay, so this was the motive of the experiment. Now let's see the measurement of transpiration. What is a measurement? How do we measure transpiration? So there is a simple method. We can call this method as weighing method. In the first experiment we can take a weighing machine upon which we can keep a twig or a potted plant. Now we'll first weigh the plant before the experiment, and then we'll keep the plant under the sun. Now after that again we will weigh the plant. Means before the experiment we'll weigh the plant, and after the experiment again we'll weigh the plant. There will be difference in the readings. Why there will be difference in the readings? Because there will be loss of some water from the plant. So this shows that during the process of transpiration there is a loss of water from the plant parts. Okay, now next experiment was a bit improved by taking a jar with a graduated tube. If you can find out the graduated tube present here, this is a graduated tube. This is a jar filled with water, and inside the water is present a small twig. Now here is a stopper so that the water can easily transfer to the jar. Now during the process of transpiration, what will happen? The leaves will start releasing water. When the leaves will start releasing water, there will be requirement of water in the plants. So to fulfill the requirement of water for the plants, what will happen? The plant will start absorbing water from the jar. As they will start absorbing water from the jar, this will allow the water from the graduated tank or tube to enter inside the jar. The water from the graduated tube will slowly enter inside the jar. So here we can say there will be a difference in the level of graduated tube before the experiment and after the experiment, which shows the uptake of water during the process. Okay, now in the next experiment we have taken two test tubes, the test tube X and the test tube Y. In this, the first test tube, we have seen that we have not taken any twig, only a test tube with water, and on the surface of the water we have taken oil. Okay, now why oil is taken? Oil is taken to prevent the evaporation of water from the surface of it. Now in the second experiment we have inserted one twig inside the water. Now before the experiment we'll mark the level. Then we'll leave the experiment under the sun for few hours. After few hours, what we'll observe? We'll observe there will be a change in the level of the water. This shows that this reading shows, or the difference in the level of the water shows that the twig has taken water during the process of transpiration. Means they have released some water during this process, and to fulfill the requirement of water they have absorbed water from the test tube. So by seeing this type of experiment, or by using the twig for these type of experiment, we can show that there is releasing of water in the form of water vapor during the process of transpiration. And likewise we can measure the amount of water released in the atmosphere during this process. So in our next video, we'll be talking about another type of method regarding the measurement of transpiration.